Well, hi guys. I got asked about a wiring diagram for this 930. I don't really have a good way of doing it other than what I'm doing now. It has a code for the colors, wire color code for the by numbers. Don't really have a real good way of doing this other than like I am, but this is for a 63 930 CK, the wiring diagram for the tractor. Whoops. This is not the best, but the best I can do with what I got here. And of course I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see exactly maybe that'll help a little. I'm not sure, but found that in my service manual and over in my wheel book. I know I've seen it. Whoops. It shows kind of the same thing. For the wheel tractor, but it's got just a little bit different of a dash. It's kind of one of these. It's hard. I know this is hard to see. This more or less is for okay, what they're calling a wheel tractor. And as you can see there, you sit behind the axle and low, whereas the Comfort King you set up top of the axle here. And it's kind of the difference between them. Yeah. Well, I ain't seen that forever. That's a picture of our 1568 International. That's the one with the V8 diesel in it. That's been a long time ago we had that. What's this? Oh, yeah. My Dodge dump truck book. I like to have books for everything, believe me. But that's about as good as a wiring diagram as I can give for a 930 case. I wish I had a way of putting this on the computer screen another way, but I don't have a way. So it's kind of, you gotta look at the color code by number, and then look at the wiring diagram and kind of follow it through. This may not help, but it's about all I can do. At any rate, guys, now that's a little different. Got asked about this, and it's the only way I've got to do it. So I hope this helps you out, and we'll see you next time, guys. Got a few more things coming up on the 930. So we'll see you here in a bit. Alright, guys. Got asked a few questions about the Case 930. I am absolutely horrible with names, so please forgive me. But got asked about this, how you start it. There's a few things to keep in mind. One being, the transmission shifter has a neutral starting switch built into it. So it has to be in neutral. As long as it'll slide up and down, top to bottom of the gear range, it's in neutral. You want your clutch pulled back in the back position like that handle is. That's disengaged. Now when you push it forward, you engage the clutch. If it's grinding, and you know, you put the clutches, for lack of a better word, pushed in like it is now in the back position. The clutch is released. They're right here. There's a little brake drum and a brake pad on this arm, that when you move the clutch lever to engage and disengage, it moves. And when you pull the clutch lever back to disengage it, like you were pushing the clutch in, this arm comes down against this pulley. This pulley is connected to the transmission, so it's kind of a transmission brake. There is an adjustment here by moving these, that you can put more tension on this disc, on that brake. You don't want a lot, but you want some. And if I can do this, let's see. Find a good place to show it. I'll go over and move that clutch lever, and you can see that move. Now the clutch right now is disengaged. Clutch is engaged, like you would be moving if it was in gear. Back, and voila. It's a brake over clutch. Whoops. I probably didn't get to see much, but basically this arm, when you disengage the clutch like you're shifting gears, will put pressure on this little flywheel disc, and it'll stop it or slow it down. And to adjust it, it's this bolt and the one below it. You loosen one and tighten the other, and it's kind of on an eccentric. But if it's still, you know, the clutch lever is back like it is over there, that's disengaged to where you can shift gear. If it's still grinding, I don't want to say it's got a stuck clutch, but there is a possibility. This is an oil bath clutch in these, so I have my doubts about it, but anything's possible, I guess. But that's a little on what you would do to start it. Make sure your shifter here is in neutral, because it does have a neutral starting switch on it, and your lever for your clutch back there, over there for the hand clutch, is all the way back to you. And like I said, if it's still grinding, you may need to adjust these bolts to get more tension on this. Now, you don't want to get too much, because when you engage it, it's not going to come back quite as far. But that's basically what it is and how it works. I would try to start this one up, but I did earlier and the battery's low, so that's not going to happen. I got to take it off and get it charged. But the oil here for the power steering fluid, I use 303 hydraulic oil, or universal hydraulic oil, whatever you want to call it. Transhydraulic, whatever. That's what I've been using in the power steering. Mine has a leak, and you got to take the hood off every now and then to get fluid in there, because the top is up here and you can't get to it. Real handy, I'm telling you. But that's a little about the case today. Couple of videos I made to for a fella, and I cannot remember his name, and I hate that. But I made these for you so you can get a better understanding on it. It's they're good old tractors. They just take a little more love to get them going sometimes. We'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.